I guess it's. I was trying to make it 2 days ago, but didn't really do it. I can see. So I was actually just, just getting into this conflict again, and I just saw a video in regards to Sarah. Sarah is a preacher in Israel. He's doing good, and a lot of Jews are getting pissed off. Um, I have a question, in regards of you Jews. You rather want Christian preaching in regards of your Messiah, which you have rejected, and who confirm that you have a legal right to the land? Or do you want the Mohammedans that wants to murder you and make a bloodbath and drive you out in the ocean? Because that's what they want, and that's what they want. And it's not like they're hiding it. I saw some of the people from Hamas in regards to speaking spokesmen of it, and they want you out. And they might, it's a little in regards to keeping. But that's what they're saying. And sometimes it slips out what they really want. Now the only solution with this, and I tried to contact Egypt, but uh, the problem is the Mohammedan nations tends to want this conflict between Israel and Gaza. So they want the people in Gaza to stay there so it can make issues for Israel, even if they try to look like friends, maybe. The thing that Egypt could do and should have done was open the borders and let all those people from Gaza right into Egypt and maybe further into Saudi Arabia if they wanted to go some other places to live their life, whatever, wherever they wanted to go, pretty much. In regards of Mohammedan nations, it's like, hey, if you are Mohammedan, you want to be a Mohammedan and continue to, just stay in one of the Mohammedan countries, okay? It's a filthy, stinking religion of death. I don't know why we're importing. Yeah, well, I understand. In regards to the Jesuits, they want to make conflict, and then they want to ruin us and destroy us, and thereby import a lot of Mohammedans because Mohammedanism is very close to Roman Catholicism. And you might say, oh no, yeah, 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 yeah. You try to look it up in regards of things, and you can see it's like two sides of the same wicked, stinking coin, although Rome is the head. I tried to reach out to Egypt, although I tried to reach out to IDF many years ago in regards of some solutions. I guess no one wants any solutions. There was two options in regards of Gaza years ago. Of course, in regards of emptying out Gaza, making these people move to Egypt and Saudi Arabia, because that's, one of the older videos I saw was one of these from Gaza. I can't remember his name or anything like that. But he was very angry at the Egyptians and the Saudi Arabians because these people in Gaza was from Egypt and Saudi Arabia, and they did not get the support that they wanted from these two nations. And I'm like, hey, if you're coming from there, why are you not just going back? But that's not that. They want the chosen land. They want the Jews out. That's not going to work. You're not going to move the Jews. So pretty much the best solution is to move those people out from Gaza, give the area back to the Jews, and take some air out of the balloon and the West Bank as well. Let those people move back to Jordan or wherever they want to go. In regards of it's not like there's a huge amount of Mohammedan nations out there, right? There's one Israel nation in the world, and you're not where the Jews going to go, and you should have known that they were coming back, because it's even found in your stinking, disgusting, blasphemous Quran that they would come back, right? So you don't even need to read the Bible, although it would be a good idea. And you had a huge amount of hundreds of years to read the Bible about the Jews. might actually return at some point. Maybe we should be ready to, yeah, welcome them. Yeah, what a welcome you gave them, right? Yeah, and have given them. Yeah, and it's very sad that Jews don't like their Messiah much and all that, and they have some issues in regards of Yeshua. That's very sad. But God chose the Jews, and that's His special people, and or Israel, and it's just also interesting in regards of when you negatively call them Zionist, right? Zionist and or the children of Zion and all that, and it's like, hello, do you know what Zion is? Zion is Jerusalem. You're literally calling these people the children of Jerusalem. How those children of Jerusalem, has wants to take on Jerusalem. It's like you gotta be kidding me. It's the hit, it's the capital city of Israel. It's just, just a madhouse, absolutely madhouse. And Mohammedanism is a disgusting, filthy religion that wants to pour fear into people. And the same, in regards to the Jews in the land, the Philistinians don't want the Jews to ever feel safe. The whole thing is to push fear into the Jews, not only Jews, also other non-Mohammedans, So either you don't say anything, you don't speak the truth anymore, or you can see chop chop, chop chop religion. It's disgusting, filthy religion of the devil. Okay, 1.8 billion people are following this stinking, wicked wolf. You know, it takes less than 30 seconds to discount Mohammedanism. Oh, we believe in Jesus. Bullshit! You believe in a fake version that you made up 600 years after the event. Like, you think like 600 years? Like 600 years after the event. Oh, this false prophet comes around, this stinking wolf. And oh, we believe in Jesus. And that's why you're killing all the Christians, right? Oh, yeah. Oh my! You know why the Christians are called Christians? Because the idea of being a Christian is to follow Christ. Like a Mohammedan follows Muhammad, a stinking wolf. He doesn't even have sheep clothing on. Yeshua was warning, and Yeshua, that's Jesus. Yeshua was warning us about wolves in sheep clothing. That's interesting when people say, "Oh, the synagogue of Satan, that's the Jews." What? What are you talking about? The Jews don't have any sheep clothing on. And Yeshua, and again, a synagogue, that's a meeting house, okay? So the synagogue of Satan is the meeting houses of Satan. That's Roman Catholicism. Of course, the Jews are, misled into Jewish mysticism and all that. They have their own issues, but there's, it's very clear that they're not great deceivers. They're not wolves in sheep clothing. Like, they don't have any sheep clothing on. They're very plain and very clear that they don't like Yeshua. And if you want to know if they don't, in regards of, you can just look at Sarah's last video, 15 minutes. That was very concentrated, where the demons just went haywire. Hey, good job, Sarah. Just keep it on, keep it on. That's awesome. Now, of course, you can always find some issues here and there and all that. I don't like the use of hell and all that because, you have the lake of fire and you have Sheol. I'm not sure the Jews actually on this, I think the Jews would probably understand Gehenna or lake of fire better. And that's where the second death is. And then you have Sheol, which is in the Greek Hades, which is pretty much the underworld, where we go after we die. When Yeshua was 3 days and 3 nights. So sick and tired of the bullshit. Anyway, so the solution, well, I had another solution. As far as I recall, I wrote it to the IDF. I didn't get any response back. But another solution was to throw out chocolate to the Philistinians in Gaza. and the West Bank as well. And you're thinking chocolate. Oh yeah, chocolate with the New Testament on it. So you give something good to people, as well as salvation. Written salvation, how you could actually get saved and have everlasting life. So it's like a win-win situation, right? You get some food to some people, and you get the gospel. The happy news, the salvation message. Would at least be one way of because if you could actually get a Christian movement going in Gaza or other places, like a real Christian movement, but you might actually make those people love the Jews, right? Instead of hating them, instead of being against the Jews, they might be for the Jews, and it kind of sorts out at least some of the things, right? Anyway, but now we had this further conflict, and I still don't see any other solution for this. If you want to take out, air of the balloon, you let Egypt and Saudi Arabia, tell these people, welcome, and they could, these people in Gaza, if anything, they could maybe get some resources for help from moving from one place to another, to help them establish a new life, a new place, and all that. So we can get some peace, and they can get a better life, and that's like a win-win situation for everybody, right? So that was and now we have utter destruction and people dying on both sides and all that, and just absolutely ridiculous, It's disgusting. Like, that's the problem with Hamas, right? We love death more than you love life. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You're following this disgusting religion of death. Isn't that interesting? People want to say, oh, that's radical Mohammedanism. Oh, they don't call it Mohammedanism. They call it Muslim, right? We don't use the Muslim here, okay? Because that means something. So, but they will say, oh, that's radical Mohammedanism. Really? Let's just remove the radical thing and just say they are Mohammedans. Because Mohammedanism is a religion of the devil. It's not going to change, it's what it is. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go back to disproving Mohammedanism in 30 seconds, right? Because as I was told by someone, talk is cheap, right? First thing, right? Mohammedans do not believe that Jesus or Yeshua is the Son of God. Strike one. Number two. Mohammedans do not believe that Yeshua, that's Jesus, is God in the flesh. Strike two. I'm even being slow here. Number three. Mohammedans do not believe that Yeshua was executed on the tree. Thereby, he didn't die for the sins once and for all. That was strike three, right? Number four, right? And we're getting really slow. I'm not sure in regards to the time if I'm keeping the time here. But anyway, number four. Thereby, they do not believe that he was resurrected from the dead 3 days later, thereby showing that he conquered death. Oh, apparently not. That was like four. Oh, that's four strikes, right? You're out. You are. You're pretty much already out at the first one. That's a stinking wolf. Okay, that's a stinking wolf, a clear stinking wolf, a false prophet. Now, any Christian want to say that we worship the same God and all that is full of ignorance or bullshit. Yeah, well, pretty much both of the things, I guess, Either he's lying or he's ignorant, but both of the statements are bullshit. Yeah, like the papal bull. Okay, that's just bullshit. Anyway, so that was pretty much a little in regards to that. I think I lost my thread, I guess. Let's see if we can figure if we can catch it again. Let's see here, the stream of information going on in the head. But it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Now, 1.8 billion people are following this stinking false, prophet. And if any Mohammedans are looking, I would suggest you to turn around and stop following a clear stinking wolf, okay? Anyway, go read the Gospel of John. That's a good beginning. If you really want to know who Jesus is, maybe read the first sources from the first century. That's an idea. Wow, where did that idea came from? I'm like, oh, no, no, no. We want to read things like 600 years after the. You gotta be kidding me, you people, Go back to the source. Go back to the first century. Go back to his disciples. Go back to the Nazarenes and understand what they believed. Because they were the ones that was closest to the events. Well, there was two Jewish groups in the past, in the first century, and that was the Nazarenes, and then afterwards came the Ebionites. Now, the Ebionites went into heresy, and the Nazarenes are the original group, but both of them continued, in regards of further down the line. Now, if you have a problem with Paulus, throw him out. Doesn't matter, you don't need Paulus, throw him out. I read Paulus' letters as any other Roman Catholic document and all that, because he's a wolf in sheep clothing. Now that's a wolf in sheep clothing. That's something we have to be careful about, because Paulus is leading people into lawlessness. Now he's coming in the name of Yeshua, but he's misleading people into lawlessness. That's the whole difference between the two gospels going out in the first century. But Muhammad, he's just one of these stinking wolves, a clear stinking wolf. He just give me a break. It's just, I'm not sure in regards to the wording, but he's like one of these, he's not, you gotta be kidding me. Are you really going to follow a guy like that? That's just, he's so visible, a stinking wolf, I don't get it. I don't get it, you people. I don't get, what people tend to love darkness more than they love the light, right? Same thing with a lot of the Jews. They love clinging to that darkness and they don't want to come to Jesus or Yeshua, which is the rightful Messiah. And now they have, this huge issue with some preachers in Jerusalem and all that. Oh, my. You're doing a good job, Sarah. And there was like, I can't remember the other girl's name, and I think there's a camera guy as well. Anyway, just doing a wonderful job. Oh, it's like offending. What is offending in regards to speaking? You can't really see my eyes because of the, in regards of when it's like the light here goes into. Ooh, can we? No, nah, whatever. Maybe there's a screen. Now that they really didn't do much. You can still see the screen in the glasses. I can take it up here, but I can't see so much when I take them off. It begins to be a little harder to see. Anyway, so what is the solution? Well, Egypt and Saudi Arabia has to say welcome to the those people in the Gaza Strip. I guess it's called Gaza Strip, the whole thing, right? I don't know. Anyway, in any case, those Philistinians just need to get over to those nations. Those two nations need to take on board those people, and thereby we will get a little more things out of the balloon. Of course, it won't stop, because the Mohammedans wanna butcher the Jews. I saw two of those from Ramah speaking and all that, and in regards to, he's one of them said, "Well, we didn't kill any civilians." I guess he looks at it like that. Most of the people in regards of IDF and all that, that they had to do some soldiery thing and all that. So I guess he looked at like, oh yeah, by the way, actually that was also one of the reasons why. There's a lot of idolatry, and I don't understand. I tried to write to Bibi Netanyahu some years ago. I don't know if he probably didn't see it. He probably have a lot of other things. But there's so many stinking idols in the old city. And I think he should send the authorities to make a sweep of the old city in regards of idols, in regards of images, and in regards of all these stinking things. The old city is full of all this depravity. And we're talking about the city of God, right? The city of God. And you have all this satanic bullshit. You should make a huge bonfire, get the military, and get all those idols, and maybe send some letters out first and tell people, hey, you make a destroy it. That's just disgusting, absolutely disgusting. What a and in regards to the Christians, so-called Christians, if they're bowing down to idols and images, that's not Christians. That's worshippers of the devil. So-called Mary. Oh, give me a break, Mary. That's a pagan, satanic queen of the heavens. You can also read about her in the Bible. Some of the Jews, well, I guess probably a lot more than just some of the Jews, ended up with this absolutely filthy, disgusting, vile practice. And now today, the Roman Catholics calls her Mary. It's not Mary. It's Venus. It's Inanna. It's Easter and Astaroth, I think she's called as well, or Astarte, and all these other names. I can't remember all the names. There's Isis. You have a huge long list. As far as I know, the Jews actually call her Shekinah. Jewish mysticism. When you do the disgusting thing in regards of, and you have the union, so-called union with God, and just give me a break. So much depravity in this world. Anyway, the thing is, I was seeing this video in regards of those people that was having a party, a rave thing, which is not really so much biblical either. But what I saw, and I'll show it to you guys, and it's not a surprise because there's a lot of paganism in Israel as well. I guess that's paganism and Satanism everywhere these days. It's just absolutely disgusting. Let's see here. So this is before the gliders, just before they show the gliders, as far as I recall. Let's see here. Okay, I'll just fix it up. Maybe I could actually just fix it on the mobile, but anyway. Okay, here we go. Right, so here we see the
against Jews since the Holocaust.
That's not the. Let's see. Maybe we can just. Is this the thing here? Yeah. There we go. So here we go with the party, right? And
sun rising over a packed dance festival. This
but
is a party
look
celebrating.
at. Oh, did you see that? I know it's not the best quality, but did you see
sun
that?
rising over a packed dance festival. This is a party
Oh, what was that? What is that in the? What is that right there, huh? What is that? That doesn't really look, that looks like a Buddha statue or something like that, doesn't it? Well, I guess, in regards of a rave party thing and all that. Yeah, I guess it usually have a lot of disgusting things. But yeah, that looks like an idol to me, So, yeah. But yeah, Israel is full of this stinking Satanism as well as the rest of the world, So can't blame the Jews. It's interesting how we try to blame the Jews for everything and all that, while the rest of the world, has the same issues. It's not only the Jews. Everybody who denies that Yeshua is the Messiah will, be, well, what's left if they don't follow after Yeshua? Who are they going to follow? It shouldn't really be that difficult to figure. That's only two parties here. Two parties battling against each other. But this is the rave before they are, they're partying. Yeah, sounds like some Goa, whatever. Yeah, and then you see the picture, and they move it back, and you can see the gliders in the background, and then they gets attacked. But there's a lot of things in Israel that could be removed in regards of all the pagan filthy sting. You get into the old city, right? And you have the so-called, you have two proclaimed Christian places. You have the right side and the left side and all that. You have, you can find images and idols. If you go straight way down have idols and images on both sides, and owls and red strings and whatnot of other garbage that just should just be burned on the stake and all that. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. What are these things doing in Israel? It's a lot of years and so what's that. But these things should be removed. Yeah, I guess tourism and all that, but you can't sell anything else than these disgusting, filthy things. Yeah, you have everything mixed together: Mohammedanism, Christianity, Jewish mysticism, and all that. It's like this huge amount of spiritual garbage, the all-seeing eye, and all that. The oh my, and these spirits are working. You know, um, yeah, just around. So anyway, so that was the fresh strikes launch at Gaza. Death toll rises in Israel and all that. But it's interesting, right? It's interesting that Jews have a huge issue that some Christian preachers are preaching around and all that in regards of Yeshua and all that. Like, you gotta be kidding me. You have people yeah, you have Mohammedans that wanna slay you and murder you and all that. And you think that the Christian preachers are a big issue, It's like oh, oh yeah, it's so offending. If you don't like the message, just walk along. It's so hard. You have most of you people have two legs, right? And you can just move along. You see Sarah, right? Oh, I can hear you. You can hear Sarah, right? Oh, Sarah. Oh, she's speaking and all that. Oh, instead of stopping, right? You just move, right? You just do. No. You have to just stand there, right? And it's like, you gotta be kidding me. If you don't like the message that she's preaching and the others, just move along. Yeah, just move along. Move. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Are you going to spit on the people that actually supports you to the claim of the land? You don't have enough enemies out there. So these Christians, these crazy Christians that talks about Yeshua, oh, they're so evil, right? Like, I don't know. It's the same thing with Tovia, right? I don't understand this Tovia guy either. He's making these videos and, oh, these Christians are coming to convert us to becoming Christians and all that. You know that Yeshua was a Jew, right? He's actually it's your king. Yeshua is your king. He's your Messiah. He's your God, and and you killed him 2,000 years ago, nearly 2,000 years ago. But in any case, it's like, it's from your people. He's a Jew. Yeshua is a Jew. He's not a Gentile. He's a Jew. So it's kind of a Jewish, a Jewish a group that actually came out from believing in Yeshua, called the Nazarenes, right? And you remember that, the Nazarenes, who were Jews, or mostly Jews, um, who confessed that Yeshua was the Messiah. Oh yeah. Anyway, and then of course it went down in the world because a lot of Jews rejected this and all that, and you persecuted the Nazarenes, and the Nazarenes got also persecuted by the Romanizers, the Gentile Romanizers, because the Nazarenes still kept to the law of Jehovah, and they got persecuted by the Jews because they believed that Yeshua was the Messiah, so they got sandwiched and persecuted by the world, which tends to happen. So yeah, so what is the solution? Well, the solution should be pretty clear. Get those people out of Gaza, hand it over to Israel, and just move out. Stop cursing the Jews. Stop trying to attack them. Stop wanting to murder all the Jews. Stop wanting another Holocaust, because that is what you Mohammedans want. It's not a secret. And again, these Hamas whatever leaders, they tend to slip it up. They tend to slip, slip the what they really want, and that's not, like getting all the Jews removed, right? Just getting them out. You're not going to remove the Jews. You have one nation. And actually, you know, if you haven't understood this, you Mohammedans, you see this book, this is a collection of books, right? And this collection of books is happening a lot of the places in Israel, or for the most time in Israel, 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 right? Isn't that interesting? You have a whole book in regards to the Israelites and all that, and much of it is actually happening in one specific place. Do you need to have some instructions as to where that place might be that the Bible talks about? That. Hey, when you call the Jews the children of Zion, right, or Sion, he's like you're already proclaiming what they are, in regards of Jerusalem. But yeah, apparently you haven't read this book. Apparently you haven't understood what area a lot of the things goes on, and they're digging Jewish thing, biblical things, Israeli things up every single day pretty much in Israel. I remember a time when I followed along. It was nearly every single day you just saw a new thing, a new thing, a new thing, whatever. They're digging things up, up of the ground all the time in regards of supporting, that. But of course, that's right in here. And it supported the earth are crying out. It's the Jewish homeland. Anyway, of course, we also have future prophecies in regards of things in regards of Israel and all that. So I don't know what you people, if you people want to follow the devil, you're going to be crushed. Um, yeah, God is still using His people. If you wanna be cursed and crushed and all that, I don't think it's very wise. You could take all the 1.8 billion Mohammedans and pretty much the rest of the world and go up against Israel. I'm telling you that if Jehovah wants the Jews to be in that land, right smack in the middle of enemies, well, they're not going to leave. They're going to be right there, right there. And doesn't matter how much power, how much weapon, whatever, and all that, if God is on their side and fighting for them, who can be against them? Apparently, it doesn't seem like you guys have figured that out yet. If you want to smack, well, that's, it's just so stupid, right? It's just stupid again and again and again. It's just stupidity. And it's like it's like if Jordan attacks Israel, or if Libyan is attacking Israel, or if any other nation is attacking Israel, if you lose your land to Israel after you have attacked them, that's on yourself. Okay, if you attack them, and you lose all your land, that's pretty much your own fault. You shouldn't have attacked them, in the first place. Ah. But yeah, they have their own issues for sure. But even if they have issues, we're not to make fun of the Israelites. When they falter, we should not be laughing at them. We see in the Bible where God is punishing those people who made fun of the Israelites. So even if they're in Jewish mysticism and all that nonsense and all that, we can't, we should be sad about that, and it's very sad to hear them be so viciously, and evil minded against the Jewish Messiah. There's one single man that they hate more than anything in the world, and that's the guy that is named Yeshua, which of course they call him something else, right? They have given him a name of Yeshu, which means may his name be obliterated or blotted out and all that. Uh, That's very sad. It's very, 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 very sad. Anyway, Sarah, if you search on Sarah in Jerusalem, you should be able to find her on YouTube. She's she's really good, you know. She and they're trying to say, oh well, she's not effective or this and that and blah 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 and all that. Well, she's absolutely doing something. So they want to say, well, she's not doing blah blah. Yeah, she's making some waves for sure. It's great to see. So yeah. So yeah, the solution is to get those people out from Gaza and give it over to the Jews, or give it over to Israel, and because this conflict will continue, and a two-state solution is not. They pretty much already have a two-state solution. Okay, it's called Jordan. Okay, if they want a two-state solution, move to Jordan. Okay, let them go to Jordan. Those Philistinians. Okay, that's that two-state solution. Okay, if they have a problem with Israel and all that, move them to Jordan. That's the two-state solution, pretty much already there. You don't need a two-state solution. It's already done. Go to Jordan, right? Move to Jordan. Already the area of Jordan was pretty much already planned to give over to the Israelites, right? But then it was taken away, as well, and then it was chopped up again and all that. Just give me a break. The this two-state solution is already there. Go to Jordan, okay? Or Egypt or Saudi Arabia, whatever. Just leave the Jews alone, okay? It shouldn't be that. But no, 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 no. So Jordan, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia, and whatever Mohammedan nation is out there should help Israel to move these people away. Okay, and anyone who wants a two-state solution, you can move to Jordan. Okay, that's your two-state solution. Move to Jordan. Okay, um, and if the world and Israel could help those people moving, give them a good price for whatever and all that, so they can have the chance to move to, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, or whatever, and make a good livelihood for themselves and not keep them in a jail in Gaza, make the possibility that these people actually can get out of the place, because it's no good for Israel. It's not no good for the people in Gaza. It's no, but of course, the Mohammedans just love having this conflict going, and that's disgusting. And Egypt and Saudi Arabia and Jordan really should, um, yeah, get together and make an agreement. Take Israel on board on that as well, and speak in regards of fixing out these people to Mohammedan nations. Figure it out. That's the solution. And we're not talking about any gas chambers and or anything like that. We're talking about actually giving people a better life, No conflict of, yeah, less conflict in Israel, a better place for these people, in regards of those living in Gaza, and in regards to the West Bank as well, all the conflicts that they have, and it will just continue these conflicts if these people are not moved out, and it's not their land. It's not their land. It's not their land. And they have so much else. They have so much land out, everybody else, it's like it's a little bittle piece on the earth, right? And this little piece, so many wants. And it's like, well, but if you just read the Bible, right? It's just, well, and you can also read sources actually outside the Bible, and where if is where was the kingdom of David? Where was the kingdom of Shaul? Right? Where was the king of Solomon? Just where was Israel located in the past? Where did Jesus got executed? Oh, he got executed in Jerusalem, right? Amongst his fellow Jews, right? So where were the Jews when Jesus was there? Oh, they were in Israel. Oh my. So where is the homeland of the Jews? Well, it's clearly Israel. It's clearly the area of Israel. And you can't have them just have this little bittle piece of land and all that when you have how many Mohammedan nations in the world. But you can't have them have this little piece of land, where the temple stood. And you want to, oh yeah, that's another thing, right? You want to tell you that, oh, this is our holy place. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. This is where the holy temple of Jehovah stood. And you have this disgusting, filthy building on top of it of the devil. Holy place for the devil. That's what it is. Denying the sonship of Yeshua as well, right? Oh yeah, but that was in regards of you have Allah and you have Jehovah. Those two gods are not the same. Now, even if we didn't have the names, we can find out by knowing their characteristic. Like Jehovah is plural, singular. Allah is absolute singular. We have a problem. You see, Allah doesn't have a son, but Jehovah has a son. He actually has a lot of children, actually. But anyway, and are born by the Spirit of truth. In regards of Elohim also being plural in the Hebrew, people will say, "Oh, that's a royal plural." Bullshit. Oh, it's so bullshit. Oh, that's so much bullshit in the world. So much nonsense. So much gibberish. So much. Yeah, I'm lacking the word, sadly. Well, there's a lot of synonymous words you could use. I wonder if there's like a word for synonymous, in regards of synonym or synonym, yeah, whatever. Anyway, if you want to know in regards to the so-called Trinity, you can pretty much call it what you want, but the Trinity with a twist, I usually call it, because people tend to forget the twist. I don't really, all the rest of the bullshit out there. That's what give me a break. Some of the Christian proclaimed congregations out there actually do understand the twist, but then they tend forget. Then they tend to forget the spirit. That's very sad. But anyway, so some of them actually have it correct. They understand the twist, but they then take the Holy Spirit and end up rejecting, misunderstanding that. But it's John chapter 14, 15, and 16. This is John chapter 14. And John chapter 14, 15, 16, and 17 are the most concentrated place about the Trinity with a twist. If anyone can find any place that is more concentrated than this, by all means, correct me. But I don't think you can find any place as far as my knowledge goes, or digging around, or research and all that. This is the most concentrated place of the Trinity, which is also one of the reasons why it's so laughable when people are battling over one single piece of quotation or a line. But anyway, in regards of I think I lost it, but that's in regards to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and the children of God, the newborn children of God. That's found explained in chapter 14, 15, 16, and 17. Yeshua is not using it as a plural royal, okay? He's using it as a plural. Like you have a Father, you have the Son, you have the Holy Spirit, and you have the newborn babes of Jehovah. And the newborn babes, the children of Jehovah, is in the Son, who is in his Father, and the living gods are in the children of Jehovah by the living Spirit of Jehovah. So they are in us, and we are in them, and we have passed from death to eternal life by being in the living gods. Was that so hard? Well, maybe a little, but yeah, it's not actually not that. It's really not that. But you have you have different components or whatever you want to call it. But that's how it works. He who does not have the Son, neither has the Father, right? And who denies the Son? The Mohammedans. Oh, so they don't have the Father, which means they do not have the Holy Spirit, right? Yay! There we go. It's not that difficult. It's just it's so tedious. People will battle about First John 5:7, all that. Like it wouldn't matter in regard. You if you took that out, and a lot of people do. If you take that out, you have you have chapters explaining it all. You want to take one single piece of line out and think that makes any change in regards of doctrine when you have chapters on it. Like you should maybe start trying to take off all these chapters, right, and rip them out of the Bible if you want to mess around with the Trinity with a twist. Okay, yeah. Anyway, you can the doctrine is throughout the Bible, so this is just the most concentrated place as far as I know. But it's just disgusting when you in regards to people that want to attack um, things. And now you also have Matthew, right? Go and baptize in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And they're baptizing in the name of Yeshua, right? It's like, okay. Okay, how did we, nah. So, and of course, the water baptism is really not the important thing here. What is important is the spiritual baptism. Because Yeshua did not come to baptize with water, he came to baptize with the Spirit. Yeah, he didn't say to the guy hanging on the tree that repented and believed in him, you need to get down from this cross, right? And then you need to get baptized, and you need to eat the false cookie Jesus of the Roman Catholics, right? And multiple times, right? And then you will, be with me in paradise. No, he didn't say that, right? He said, I tell you this very day, while we're hanging on this tree, right? That's when he told him that you shall be with me in paradise. That's what he said to him. Anyway, so while he was hanging on the cross, while this guy was hanging on the cross, he was told that he would be in paradise with Yeshua. So, man, I'm so sick and tired of it all in regards to all the bullshit that is around. But it could be a lot worse. But yeah, there's a good amount of satanic paganism also amongst the Jews. Um, that was a message apparently. Okay, seems to be in regards of it's ran out, so I can I guess just destroy it. I guess. Anyway, I'll look at the message afterwards. So let's see here. What did we get around? Okay, in regards to how to solve the issue. And now that the Jews are so, apparently the Jews are becoming pretty stirred up in regards of, oh, we have these Christians running around and speaking about Jesus Christ and all that. Yeah, how horrible. It's like, oh my, what could be more? Yeah, it's so offending. So offending. If there's something offending, I would think that those Mohammedans that want to murder you and make a second Holocaust, and of course they don't even believe in the first Holocaust, so they want another Holocaust, right? Yeah, I guess that's not offending at all, right? But these Christians speaking about Yeshua, oh, that's so offending. We can't have that and all that. I don't know how does your thought scale really how does that work out, right? I don't know. I just and oh yeah, that was Tovia, right? Where he was running around amongst these Christians, right? Christians who comes to support Israel, right? On Sukkot. and supporting you people, right? And then you wanna I don't get it. I don't get it. You don't have enough enemies out there in the world. Is that the problem? You want to have everybody, be angry at you. I don't get it. You have people coming to support you people, right? They come to show their support for Israel. They come at the festival, and then you just, you know, um, throw dirt at them. Pretty much. I don't get it. Now, of course, it's not all of you. Some Jews actually do like the support that is coming in and all that, but I don't get it. And oh, these Christians want you to become Christians. Oh, these Christians want you guys to believe in the Jewish Messiah. Oh, how awful! It's like that must be very, very awful. I guess how awful for you Jews, or for Gentiles to want you Jews to believe in the Jewish Messiah. That's just, oh my, oh, that's yeah. I guess I can see that. That must be very awful. I guess. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me with all the bullshit, the bull crap, the bull, the nonsense. Just bull turd. That's just does so much of it. I don't know if Sarah is going to go live this day. Well, maybe. Well, actually, it's pretty late, so I guess she is probably. I don't know. I had the seven colors oh no, seven candles in support of Israel and all that. But apparently, these outside candles didn't do so good. I don't get it. These are outside candles. Now I understand there's there was some water in the candle and all that when it was standing outside. I didn't have any. It worked yesterday, right? And I had them burning and all that, and I didn't have the thing on the top of it. And apparently it's been raining, so they were a little wet and all that. But I lit them inside, and to get the water to evaporate and all that. And yeah. I can see Nehemiah has Israeli warrior returns from Italy. So I guess it's a guy that has been in Italy. Apparently, Italy, that's where the Antichrist is at the Vatican. That's the Pope. That's the Antichrist. And we can't speak about. It's interesting. A lot of these congregations proclaim the Christian congregations. They just don't want to talk about the Antichrist, which is kind of suspicious, because this was something standard in the past. Okay, here we have 1 hour ago: children mercilessly killed by Hamas in Israel massacre as Gaza is pummeled. Um, it's just, if Egypt just said, "Hey, come over, come," all you people in Gaza, just come over. Like they have the thing. They can just open up, let the people move out from Gaza. All the people that don't want to be in Gaza, let them go into Egypt. Um, that's what Egypt should do. If Egypt really want to show that they support Israel and want to help out and all that, they should open up their borders so everybody in Gaza can flee from the place. If they want, if they want out, let them get out. That would be a good first step to get this issue gone. Um, that would be a very, very good first issue. Take all those people who wants to get out of Gaza. Would be interesting to see how many actually that would flee if all the people in Gaza got the chance to flee to Egypt. It would be very interesting to see how many actually would take that offer. How many would actually be left in Gaza if this happened. Um, So, and we have more. There's so much information in regards of everywhere. It's just Yeah, and Israel and all that. Bum. Live updates: Israeli airstrikes target Hamas strongholds in Gaza. That's apparently a live channel. Yeah. So, of course, I don't know in regards of what is happening at the Egyptian border, but I think they should open them up at the very moment and just let all those people from Gaza flee into Egypt. All of those people who want to go away from this and don't want any part of this bloodshed and all that, just move out. Let them move out. Um, oh, yeah. How can you help? Israel update. Okay, that's an update as well. A huge amount of information is in regards of Israel. Israel at war, day 4. There's two more that is speaking. Um, Latest update, that's from El Yasera, whatever. Okay, it's a huge amount of people speaking about this. It's very hard to just follow along in regards of. But yeah, if Egypt and Saudi Arabia really wanted to help, and Jordan and all that, they would take these people as soon as possible upon themselves, and help them if they want to go another Mohammedan place and all that. Just move them out. Either let them live in Jordan. Again, that's the two-state solution. Two-state solution. You already have it. You have Jordan. Move to Jordan. If you want the two-state solution, move to Jordan. There you have the two-state solution. And just stop bugging the Jews. And stop cursing them and so forward. Yeah, that's of interest. Yeah, just yeah. A lot of things are going on in this world. Oh, well, I don't think I have anything else. Much more. Oh, I guess we have one of these Jewish haters here. I have another Temple Talk Radio. That's from the Temple thing in regards of yeah. It's incredible how much Jews can think that talking about Yeshua is so offending to them. Um, just the worst of the worst to speak about Yeshua. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't think I have anything else, and there's probably no one that actually sees this thing anyway, because that's usually the case. And let's see here. I'm just trying to find just to see if there's any messages. There's probably not a single message, but that's how it goes when the powers to be are blocking you from reaching anyone. Then um, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the chat here. Top chat, live chat. Live chat. Nope, not a single. Actually, there hasn't been anyone actually looking. So, anyway, if anyone sees it in the future, may Jehovah be with you, and Yeshua, most precious pearl, and the spirit of truth be in us all. Amen. I'm not reaching anyone in regards to these things. It's just it's I've pretty much just been locked down in a box on the internet, so I can sit and make videos, but doesn't get any traction at all. So anyway, take care. That's just how it is. The world loves lies more than it loves truth. Well,